Beautiful morning. There's the obstacle over there that's out to get rowers. You can barely see it now. It's a submerged tree. It struck 2 rowers during September. It's going to be an absolutely gorgeous morning. Pretty cold when we started. It's 31 degrees when I got here. And we'll turn around and watch one of these former Olympic runners who's a skinny boat rower. There he goes. You sure you haven't done this before?
My parents had a big rowboat when I was a kid.
Okay.
But it's been probably about 40 years or so since I
Slow your stroke down and reach further forward. That's it. It's amazing. The boat will go faster, believe it or not, sometimes when you're rowing more slowly, but with a longer stroke. And if everybody's together.
Same is true
With your stuff?
Yeah.
Now they don't, you just scull a 4, right? That's as big a boat as it gets?
That's the biggest, sculling boat there is.
And then after that,
It's call that a quad.
A quad?
When
A
you
quad.
say 4, that means you're sweep rowing, which is 4 people, 4 oars. When you say quad,
Yeah.
that's 4 people, 8 oars. That's a sculling boat.
Okay. We'll call this is a 4-seat Carrie Nava, a Nevogue, and they row 3-seater on the West Coast for the All Irelands for the championships.
Okay.
So the smart seats are where you're sitting, the captain's seat, and the stern seat, the stroke, and then the dumb seats are in the middle. The dumb seat, you don't really turn the boat, you propel the boat, just keep rowing and don't worry about it. Every once in a while, if you're having a real problem with the wind, the captain will ask for all rights, so everyone will pull all rights or all lefts, depending on which way you're trying to move the boat. Boy, this water, you can't really see it, but the mist is coming off the water. It's spectacularly beautiful.
I saw that video where the guy intentionally crashed into the other boat.
Well, if you noticed, he got the guy out of the way, and he was able to get a better position in the race.
Yeah.
That's not.
It worked.
It did totally work. It's not really kosher in Ireland, but we do it here in America, and it's it aggravates some people quite a bit. Other people just they leave it on the water.
I wish I had audio on that drone. I wish you could just imagine what was being said between the two parties.
Well, actually, it's pretty interesting because the guys in both boats were mostly Irish guys, so they were swearing at each other in Irish. One of the teams.
Gaelic, or is there an actual Irish language?
Well, there's Irish language, and Gaelic is the basic of it, and of course there's a dialect or pronunciation depending on the county. There's probably 32 different pronunciations. Even the word Currach or Currach has got different pronunciations depending on where you are in the country. But the All Ireland champions came over here, and they raced us. A year ago they came over to Boston, and the Albany team beat them in Boston. But we had 2 young rowers, and we had probably the best rower in America, this guy Paddy Carney, who was an All Ireland champion when he lived over in Kerry. So they were pretty upset. So the group that came over this year actually beat everybody, our 4, the Boston 4, and the Connemara 4. But in our regattas, we have 10 races, so you'll have 4 against 4, male and female. And then 3, 2, 1. You'll have 2 and 2, or any combination. If you're running the regatta, you get to decide. So with Albany, we have a much stronger women's team, so we'll have 2 races where it'll be 3 women and 1 man, and we'll have a race 2 women and 1 man because it's more to our advantage. You'll go to other places like in Boston where they don't have a lot of women on the Connemara team. They'll set it up with more races with more men. But there's 6 races you have to have for it to be a legal race, legal regatta, and it's pretty interesting. All right, so. You're going pretty good. I mean, and then you just adjust. The other thing is don't use your arms. It's all about the back. You just think about falling back. Don't bend your arms until you're going to get up. You're bending your arms when you get up on the recovery. So you're going to get forward, pull back, lean way back.
They tell me the same thing in my kind of...
In your boat too?
That I break my arms too early.
And what it comes down to is that would you rather use the full weight of your thorax and head or use your biceps? And obviously the answer is to use your full thorax and head, because you have all that propulsion of weight going back. Then you use your core and your biceps to recover and pull you back up. But our season is only 7 regattas. But we have some friendlies. Like we just did a friendly over in Cape Cod. We did a Saturday race out in the bay up at Provincetown, then a Sunday race down in the Cape Cod Canal for a little rougher water. And then 2 weeks ago we rode at the head of the weir. Your kind of boats are in that. They have gigs and all kinds of boats. And it's a head of the weir. Yeah, it's in Hull, Massachusetts. So it's about a 5.5 mile race. But because they had small craft warning, they cut the race down to 4.5 miles and kept it a little more secluded. Of course, I went with the Irish people. Nuala, your people did this. And we rode 8.5 miles, Nuala, to be able to race 4 miles afterwards. But it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. Although one of the thole pins snapped off on the best rowers. Naturally, that's the way it always works. And so then we rode the 3-man race with just 2 fellas. And not being terribly bright, I wound up doing that. So it's one of those 12.9 miles that you row in terrible weather to be in a 4.2 mile race. So it's typically Irish. All right. God bless all here. You want to get on the Hudson River, it's absolutely spectacular. Cleanest boat that there is, an Irish Currach. Just give us a call or send us a Facebook message. We'll get you anytime you want to get out. And it's a lot of fun. Take care. God bless.